and gentlemen, my name is Kevin Jackwitz. This is the Cage Match, and this is my review for WWE Raw for February 24th, 2020. You start out with Randy Orton. They've rehashed what he did to Edge for a few weeks now. Took out Matt Hardy. And now Kevin Owens comes out and interrupts Randy Orton, and he starts saying that, he was a wrestling fan who admired Edge. And when he heard that Edge might be coming back, he thought about, maybe sharing the ring with Edge. And Randy Orton took that away from him, and he cuts to the chase. And he's like, I want to know why. Quit beating around the bush. Randy Orton says, you don't want to go down this road. And it basically leaves off with these two are going to have a match later on tonight. Then Charlie interviews Angel Garza and Zelina Vega. Zelina Vega does pretty much all the talking. And they're having a match with Umberto Korilla, which is Angel Garza's cousin in real life, I guess. And, so they're talking about the importance of family and yada, yada, yada. It leads into a match that was really, really damn good. I'm a huge fan of Angel Garza. I'm a huge fan of Umberto Korilla. Two incredibly talented young guys in the ring that really just blow me away sometimes. And so this match had some great spots to it. High octane for sure. And it was creative at times too. These two have obviously spent some time training together, and it shows in the ring. The chemistry is very, very good. At the end of the day, after a few quick roll-ups, Angel Garza gets the roll-up win. Whatever, it was still a good match. Then you get Ricochet takes on Luke Gallows. The OC come down to the ramp with him, but then let Luke Gallows go at it on his own. Ricochet, he's got the match with Brock Lesnar, so they're doing the whole David and Goliath thing, and that's exactly what this match was. They had some nice back and forth, and I actually did like the match. At the end of the day, you kind of knew Ricochet was going to get the win, and he did. Then you get an OC bit in the back where AJ Styles is kind of talking to Anderson and Gallows and what the hell's going on. Alistair Black walks by, and so they pick a fight with him, and all three of the OC jump Alistair Black. And he has a match with Erick Rowan in a few. So then you get Brock Lesnar comes out with Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman is cutting a promo talking about, what if Ricochet actually did win the championship from Brock Lesnar and go on to face Drew McIntyre. And he's like, if that happens, that would change the whole complexion of WrestleMania. And if that happens, and he says, if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle. Great line, loved it. And then just says, basically solidifies Brock Lesnar's going to win, of course. So I really liked it. And then Erick Rowan takes on Alistair Black after that. Alistair Black comes down. He's really trying to sell that he's hurt. So Erick Rowan kind of beats him around the first half of the match. The second half of the match is Alistair Black coming back. Winds up hitting Black Mask a couple of times on Erick Rowan. So now they do a after-match promo. They interview him on the ramp, Alistair Black. And Alistair Black, they're talking about, how he feels about the OC jumping him. And he says that he's going to pick a fight, I think it was with AJ Styles next week. So that would be cool. That would be a great match. Charlie then interviews Drew McIntyre, and it's like a proper interview setting where it's like, they're in a black room and there's just two chairs talking. And Drew McIntyre talking about his fight to get to WrestleMania. So I thought it was cool, and it did give, even more personality to Drew McIntyre. Made him more likable. So very cool. Then R-Truth holds Truth TV with Bobby Lashley and Lana, which really doesn't go anywhere, and it was just a setup for Lana to get pissed off and call for a match with Bobby Lashley and R-Truth. It was a short match. Bobby Lashley goes over. Really could have taken the whole thing out. After that, you get Liv Morgan, Asuka, Natalya, Sarah Logan, Ruby Riott. They're all there for this Elimination Chamber contract signing. And conspicuous by her absence was Shayna Baszler. So all the girls start signing, and then Shayna Baszler's music hits. She comes through the crowd. She kind of instigates a fight that kind of goes between the former members of the Riot Squad and then Natalya and Asuka. And then Shayna Baszler's just standing there with her hands up in the air. Then Becky Lynch's music hits, of course. And those two start a fight, and a bunch of referees come in and pull them apart. But it was a good angle. I actually did like the segment, so good job on WWE for that. Then you get a Street Profits in-ring promo. Turns into Angelo Dawkins with Montez Ford taking on Buddy Murphy with Seth Rollins. This is because the Street Profits have their ticket punch to face the tag team champions. I think it's at Super Showdown or whatever the hell they're calling it now. And so Rollins interferes, it gets thrown out, and then Montez is jaw-jacking Seth Rollins. So then it becomes Montez Ford versus Seth Rollins. The referee tosses Buddy Murphy out of ringside because he was trying to interfere. So the match continues. Really good match. I like Montez Ford. I like Seth Rollins. There was nothing bad about it. At the end of the day, Seth Rollins curb stomp gets the win. So yeah, that was fine. Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. This match this is where the ball got dropped for Raw. You have Seth Rollins, Buddy Murphy, and AOP come out to the ringside area because Kevin Owens is there. He's in a match with Randy Orton. Then you have the Viking Raiders and Street Profits come out, and there's a fight between Seth Rollins and his crew versus Raiders and Street Profits. That was whatever. But then it gets even more awkward because Randy Orton pins Kevin Owens, and there wasn't a real 3 count, but the ref calls the match anyway. Randy Orton wins. You really can't tell what's going on, and then for some reason Kevin Owens is hassling the referee, rips the referee shirt, and there's a Seth Rollins shirt on underneath. So they're saying this guy must be a follower of Seth Rollins. Kevin Owens does a stunner on the referee, puts him through a table, and that was it. And honestly, the end got clunky for me. The end just did not work. I actually, a lot of people were talking about, the entire show, they felt like it was leading way more towards the Super Showdown or whatever the fucking thing is called. And Blood Money. Let's just call it Blood Money. And it was whatever. I actually didn't agree. I felt like you had a really good match to start. You had a couple of really good matches in between. I liked the Paul Heyman promo. Bobby Lashley, Lana, R-Truth could have been probably left out. I like the Elimination Chamber match signing with Shayna Baszler and Becky Lynch kind of coming to blows. The only thing that I really didn't for sure didn't like, was the way they ended it. So, yeah, I heard a lot of people talking about how, it was really good and now it's just kind of sinking down. I feel like this isn't as good as it has been, but I don't think it's so far beneath those shows that it's a tailspin again. It's one show that wasn't quite as good as the others. Mainly because of the ending. So that's where I'm at. And honestly, on the abilities of Angel Garza, Umberto, Korilla, Ricochet, Alistair Black, all this stuff that was, I thought, fairly good. Montez Ford and Seth Rollins. I honestly thought it was a pretty decent show. It kept me engaged in the matches. And you are setting up for Super Showdown, which I hate, but you're also setting up for WrestleMania and Elimination Chamber. So I don't have the problems that I heard other people have, to be fair. I think I would give this a 7.5 out of 10, maybe a 7 out of 10. Yeah, probably leave it at a 7 out of 10. It was a really good show. It wasn't great, but it was really good, in my opinion. That's where I'm at with it. So let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm sure you will anyway. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. My name is Kevin Jackowitz. Kaged Nation, out.